Well, good morning, everyone. And it's Wednesday, and here we are again. Thank you, Tom, for moving the chairs. No, we're not doing the ball. I'm just sitting on it so I can talk to you for a moment. You do have a band or a belt or something that you can grab onto, even a shirt. But I just want to talk a moment to say thank you again for joining me every week. I know this is probably going to be our new normal for a while. You know, as things start to open, we're thinking of how we're going to do it. And, you know, we'll get through it and we'll think about it and work on getting everybody back, you know, little by little. It's just like we said, we can't open the floodgates. But things are getting better. I'm dying to see what she says on Mother's Day. But hopefully the governor, she's been doing an excellent job, and everybody else. And at this time, let's thank everybody, the grocery workers, the nurses and doctors that have worked so hard, the first responders, everyone. You don't think about it, but people in the stores, they're so overworked just to get the products to you. And, you know, the doctors and nurses have been working round the clock. They're exhausted. They want to be with their families, but by their help is helping us. And by everyone listening to the rules and regulations, it's slowing down. The numbers are going down as far as hospitalizations, but you can't let your guard down. You can't go out just because she says we can go out on Sunday. You know, follow the rules, wear your mask. I'm sure when you come back here, we're going to have to wear masks. So it's going to be a whole new way of living. We're going to have to think a whole new way. And, you know, we can do it because if you're strong enough to get through your eye conditions and all that, you can get through anything. And this is just a little glitch. Thank goodness it's been a few months. I mean, it's going to be months and months more. I get that. But every week is more positive than negative. So we are going to get through it. So let's get started. I'm going to sit on the ball for a little while because I miss it. And I miss all of you. And thank you for joining me. Thank you, Tom and Ray, for setting up the chairs. You know, every week it's going to be different. So whatever you have, a strap or a band, whatever, just hold it on your lap. Place your palms down or up. And if you're sighted, close your eyes or soften the gaze. And just clear your mind. Get rid of all that clutter. Breathe in and breathe out. And do that a couple of times, not so much that you're hyperventilating, but just breathe in and breathe out. And then bring your palms together to your heart center and inhale your head up and exhale your head down. And think about the day and the weekend ahead. Happy Mother's Day to everyone, all the mothers. And always, always, always remember, yesterday is gone, today is now, and tomorrow is a mystery. So live in the now. Don't look forward, don't look back. Live the day for the day. And inhale up. And we're going to come to standing. All right, Ball, I'll have to get rid of you for a while. Okay. So we're going to come to standing. Now you can be on your mat. Well, if you don't have a mat, just stand on your floor. I suggest that if you don't have a mat and you're on hardwood floors, that you wear shoes. If you're on a rug, you don't have to wear shoes, whatever you want to do. So we're going to hold the band, and we're going to have it shoulder width apart. We're going to hold it in each hand, and we're going to inhale our arms up near our ears, and we're going to exhale over to the right and pull the band down with your right hand, just a little bit, not a lot. This is your first stretch of the day. And then bring it together and come to center, and then come over to the left. Pull the band down with the left arm, and then come to center. And then again over to the right. Try to pull it down a little more. You'll feel your arms are shaking. That's good. Your muscles are working. And then come up, and then over to the left. Pull it down, and then come up. And then one more time, pull it down and hold it. And then come up. And then over to the left and pull it down and hold. And then slowly come up and exhale, float your arms down and breathe. Oh, I forgot to tell you why I chose the bands this week is because last week, do you believe it's been a year that Channel 12 was here and we were using the band and the balls? I couldn't believe it when it came up on Facebook. I said, a whole year. Yes. So that's a day we will never forget, as any day that we're together. But I'm together with you in your living room or wherever you're doing it. So let's inhale our arms up and push your hips forward and your thighs forward. Come into a very little back bend. This is the first one of the day. And come up and back bend a little more. Now pull the band apart and then come up. And then one more time, come into your back bend, pulling the band apart and hold. And then slowly come up, float your arms down in front and breathe. Now place the band in the back of your waist and hold on to it with each hand on the side of your waist. So for those I can see, the band is on the back of my waist. And we're going to push our hips back and lean forward a little bit. And we're going to pull on the band with both hands and extend our arms out in front of us. And then come up. And then pull the band in front of us and come down a little more. We're coming into a forward bend. And then come up. And then one more time, pull the band, and if you can get your fist to the floor, I know, forehead to knee. Let go of the tension of the band. Notice my soft voice when the mic is right there. And slowly come up and take a nice breath. So we're going to do some warriors with the band. You can get rid of the band or whatever you're holding, or if you don't have anything, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to turn my mat this way. Make sure I get the bumps out. Pardon my. Oh, it's crooked. I can't have that. OCD. And we're going to step the right foot forward. So remember, the right foot should be at the edge of the mat, the short edge. Feel for the short edge. Feel for the long edge. So your right foot should be on the right side of the long edge of the mat. And step the left foot back so you can angle that left foot in a little bit. And stay right here. Or turn your hips. Remember we did this last week. Turn your hips to the short edge of the mat and then dig into that right knee. And then hold the band like you were holding it, shoulder width apart. So feel your shoulders and then feel where the band, where your hands are, so you know they're not too close and they're not too far apart. And inhale your arms up near your ears to warrior one. Now turn your hips, slide your hands down the band, so now the band is at your chest to warrior two. And then turn your hips to the front, grab the band shoulder width apart, and then kick that left leg forward so you're on your left toes. Stay right here, or hinge your hips and stay here. Or lift that left leg up and back to warrior three. And then left foot meets the right, arms down, and breathe. And to the left. So now, feel for the short edge of the mat, the long edge of the mat. Feel your left foot near the long edge of the mat. This is just so your legs are in line. Step the right leg back. Don't do anything with your hips until you get your feet in place first. Now turn your hips to the front, to the short edge. Place both hands on each side of the band. And now dig into that left knee and inhale your arms up near your ears to warrior one. And breathe. Are we breathing? Okay, just checking. And then turn your hips, slide your hands down the band so the band is actually at your chest. So it's left arm forward, right arm back. Dig into that left knee to warrior two. Now grab the band, shoulder width apart. Kick that right foot forward, right leg forward. So you're on the top, you're on your right toes. Doreen, get with it. See, I have no one to say anything, so I have to tell myself, get with it. All right, extend your arms out in front of you. Hinge at your hips and stay right here. This might be your warrior 3. Or lift the right leg up and back. And then right foot meets the left. Arms down and breathe. Did I hear bicycle? No, no, no. I promise you, no bicycle today. Now we're going to come to the edge of the mat again. Place your right foot forward, your left back. Square your hips to the short edge of the mat and extend your arms out to a T to waiting warrior. So you can actually pull on the band just to strengthen your arms a bit. It's kind of resting on your chest. And stay here or come up onto your left toes and turn to the right. So it's left arm forward, right arm back to twisted warrior. And then place that left heel down, come back to center, place your palms on your knees, take a breath. Now have the band in back of you and hold on to it. Give yourself like a little bit of give on it. Don't hold it so close to your body. So the band is in the back of you. You're going to hold it in the left hand, both ends of the band in the left hand. Still that knee is bent. So you're going to extend the left arm out. Your right hand is going to come on your hip. And you're going to hinge forward and try to get your head near your right knee and your left fist to the floor to humble hero. And then slowly come up, release the band, left foot meets the right, and breathe. My favorite word. And to the left. So it's left foot on the edge of the mat, right leg back. Hold on to the band and extend your arms out to a T to waiting warrior. Nice bend in that knee. Now twisted warrior takes a little bit of balance. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. So come up onto your right toes and turn to the left. So it's right arm forward, left arm back. And then flatten that right foot and palms to your knee. Take a nice inhale and a nice exhale. Now hold on to the band in the back of you and hold on to each end with the right hand this time. And hinge forward. So it's right hand to the floor and your head is near your left knee to humble warrior. And then slowly come up and right foot meets the left. Undo the band and take a breath. And we're going to step the right foot forward, left back. This time we're not going to bend that right knee. We're going to straighten it, but give a little micro bend so you're not hyperflexing that knee. Turn your hips to the long edge of the mat. Feel the long edge. We're going to come into triangle. So your hips are to the long edge of the mat. Inhale your arms across your chest. Whoa. Sorry. Oh my God, that must have made a nice noise. Oh, how you people put up with me is beyond me. All right, so extend your arms. The band is on your chest. We're going to come into triangle. That was funny. Sorry, people. Now hinge to the right. So it's right arm to the floor and left arm to the ceiling into triangle. And then slowly come up. Place your right forearm on your right knee. So you're holding the band in your right hand and your left hand, and extend your left arm up to the ceiling. Choke up on the band. Don't choke yourself. Choke up on the band. And turn your head up. And then left foot meets the right. And breathe. So now it's left foot to the edge of the mat. Right back. Square your hips to the long edge. I'll try not to hit the mic this time. If I break it, it comes out of my pay. And then inhale your arms up. So it's left arm forward, right arm back. Straighten that left knee as much as you're comfortable. Hinge to the left, left arm down, right arm up. And turn your head up to triangle. And then bend that left knee. Place your left forearm on your left knee, keeping your hips squared to the long edge of the mat. And inhale that, if you want to choke up on it. Inhale the right arm up to the ceiling. And then slowly come up, and right foot meets the left. And breathe. Take a drink. Okay, we're going to get rid of the band. I'm going to turn the mat again. So get rid of the band for just a little bit. Or a lot of it, whatever you want to do. So we're going to do some downward dogs. And you know, if you're in the chair, just have another chair facing you. So if you need the chair, I'll show you how to do it, downward dog in the chair. So your palms, your hands around the side of the chair, and step back as much as you're comfortable, and your head between your arms. Okay, so that's if you need the chair. But those that don't, walk your hands down to your knees just till you feel a stretch. And stop. And then walk them down a little more. Bend your knees as you need to. And forehead to chest. Forehead to knees. Forehead to chest. How the heck do you do that? And then place one palm down and the other. Step your feet back and come into downward dog. So we all know in downward dog, our hips are high, our heels are high, our head's between our arms. And then gently place your heels to the mat. And then inhale the right leg up and circle. And then reverse. And lower. And to the left. Left leg way up. And circle. And then reverse. And lower. Now come a little forward. So we're going to place our right knee to the mat and our shin is parallel to the short edge of the mat. The left leg is extended back. So feel for the short edge of the mat. Feel for your shin is parallel to the short edge. This is pigeon. We're going to place our hands near our foot. One hand near our foot, one hand near our knee. And we're going to come up onto our fingertips. How this is a pigeon, I told you, I don't make the names up. I do not. And we're going to come forward just a little bit. And then come up. And then come forward a little more. And then come up. And then one more time. We're all such pros, so we're going to get our forehead to the mat. Now you should feel a tremendous stretch in the back of your right thigh. You feel it? Yep, I hear you. You're going to love me tomorrow. And then come up and place your palms in front of you. And then place them back again near your left foot, near your foot and your knee. It's actually your right foot. You're going to bend your left knee up. This is called King Cobra. And you're going to hold on to your left foot with your right hand. Now, that stretch in your left upper thigh is burning. And bring your heel in and head back. Doesn't that feel good, people? I'm sorry, but we got to stretch. And then lower it back down. And then right knee meets the left and come into table. We all know table. And then tuck your toes, sit your hips back to your heels, and come into downward dog. So your hips are high, your heels are high, head's between your arms. And then lower your heels to the mat. So they say in downward dog, your body's supposed to look like a V. I don't know if mine does, I can't see myself. So pushing your hips back, you should feel a stretch in the back of your legs. And then come forward a little bit. Now you're going to bring the left knee to the mat. And you're going to extend the right leg in the back. And your shin, your left shin is going to be parallel to the short edge of the mat. So feel the short edge and feel your shin. If this is uncomfortable, you can bring your foot closer to your body. And then come up onto your fingertips. One hand near your knee, one hand near your foot. And you're going to hinge forward and come up. And you're going to hinge forward a little more and come up. And master yogis that you all are. Yes, Angie and Pauline, I hear you. And then forehead to the mat. That stretch in the back of your left leg. Yep. Feels good, doesn't it? I love your comments. Keep them coming. And then slowly come up. Bring your palms in front. And just take a breath. And then place your palms near your knee and your foot. Bend that right knee up. Flatten that right palm. And you're going to hold on to your right foot with your left hand. Yep, you are. And draw that knee in, that foot into your hip. Oh, I feel the burn in that right upper thigh. And try to get your head to the ceiling. Well, not your head to the ceiling, like turn your head up to the ceiling. I think only Ray and Tom can get their head to the ceiling. And then lower that. And then right leg meets the left knee, and you're into table. And we're going to breathe. And we're going to sit. And we're going to grab our strap or whatever we were holding on to. Or nothing. You don't have to hold on to anything. And we're going to inhale it up near our ears. And we're going to pull it as much as we can. Pull it apart. And then come up. So now feel your shoulders and feel your arms. So they should be in line with each other. That's how much it should be apart. And then pull it. Now you should feel a tremendous stretch in your upper back. And then come up. And then one more time and pulse it. 1, 2, 3, come to center. And then 1, 2, 3, come to center. And then one more time. 1, 2, 3, and hold it out. You're shaking. I know. I am. And then come to center and slowly float your arms down. And what's the word? Breathe. So let's all inhale and exhale. You're stuck in the house. I know. The weather's been crappy. You get a few good days. But when you get a chance, go outside and just breathe in. Not big, deep breaths like I always talk about not to do. And then breathe out. So we're going to extend our legs out in front of us. We're going to hook the band around our right foot. choke up on the band and lean back a little bit and lift the right leg up and out to the side, and then come to center, and then over to the left, and then come to center, and then lower it down. And then switch legs, pull up, choke up on the band, kind of pull it towards your waist, and then lift it up and out to the side and center, and then out to the side and center, and then one more time out to the side and center, and float it down. Undo the band. Now have the band on the bottom of both soles. You know where we're going with this. Choke up on the band as much as you can. And now hinge forward just a little bit till you feel the stretch. Flexing those feet as much as you're comfortable. And then choke up a little more, walk it down. And yes, people, forehead to knee. And then loosen the tension in the band. Place your palms up on the mat or floor. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Palms down. And slowly come up. And then we're going to place our left sole in our inner right thigh. And the band is around our right foot. We're going to choke up a lot on that band. Left palm is on the mat. We're going to lean back a little bit. And we're going to lift the right leg up and out to the side. And then come forward. And then lower it down. Now have your body over your right leg so you can feel your body turning to the right. And walk it down, pulling on that band. And forehead to right knee. Thank you for not talking back. And then slowly come up. And then switch feet. So now the band is on the bottom of the left foot. The right sole is in the left inner thigh. Choke up on the band as much as you can. You can hold it in both hands or hold it in one hand. It doesn't matter. And then lean back. And lift the left leg up and out to the side. And then come to center. Right palm is on the mat. And out to the side. And center. And then one more time out. And one more time center. And float that foot down, that leg down. Unchoke. Hold the band in each hand. Choke up on it as much as you can. Turn your body towards your left leg, so feel your waist and feel your legs, your left leg. And then hinge forward till you feel the stretch. And stay right here if you're comfortable. Or just call it a day and get your forehead to your knee. And then unwrap, palms up, wiggle fingers and all your toes. And then palms down And slowly come up. And breathe. God, do I like that breathe word. And then place the whatever you're holding on to on the floor. Place your soles together. If this is uncomfortable, just cross your legs. And hold on to your feet with your hands. And hinge forward just a little bit till you feel the stretch. And hinge forward a little more. Yep, forehead to feet. Breathe. I feel the love. And then slowly come up. Bring your knees together. Wrap your arms around your knees. And now I think we all can bring our forehead to our knees. And then slowly come up. And then place your palms to the mat. And slowly come back to standing. Palms forward. So every week I'd like to do some balance because I think it's very extremely important for us, for really anybody, but especially the visually impaired and the blind. So if you are sighted, when you're balancing, look a little ahead and down. Don't look straight. Don't look at other people. Well, there's nobody around, but we're going to start by holding on to a chair. I have Michael and Ray's chair. So we're going to grab the band, and we're going to hold on to the chair with our left hand, the back of the chair with our left hand. We're going to do tree. So we're going to turn our right foot in, so our right ankle is resting on our left. And you can stay right here, or slide that right foot up your inner left thigh. Stay here, or let go of the chair and extend your arms out. See, my balance is not that good. And then palm down, foot down, and take a breath. And to the left, turn the left heel in. You don't have to move the chair. Turn the left leg out so your left ankle is resting on your right. And either slide that foot up your inner right thigh or bring it up. And stay here holding on to the chair. Or let go a little bit. And then extend your arms out holding the band. Whoop. And then place your palm down on the chair and your foot down and breathe. Now we're going to place our right sole under the band. We're going to choke up on the band, hold on to the back of the chair with your left palm, and bend your right knee up and extend it out in front of you and out to the side, and brave souls, let go. And then hold on to the chair, bring that foot down, release, breathe. And to the left. So the band is under your left foot. Ooh, my band's all balled up. Sorry. Okay. So you're going to hold on to the band with your left hand. You're going to bend your left knee up, extend your left leg out, and out to the side. Whoops. And then bring it in and down. And then release the band and take a breath. Now for dancer, it's a little tricky. So we're going to place our right toes in the back of us. So you're on your right toes. We're going to hook the band so the band is in the front of your right ankle. I know it's hard to explain, maybe if I move, if you can see it. So the band is on the right ankle. We're going to choke up on it and bring the band to your shoulder. This is dancer. So your right knee is bent up and back. You're holding on to the band with your right hand at your shoulder. Hinge towards the chair. Kick that right leg up and back and let go of the chair. And then left palm down, right foot down, unwrap, breathe. And to the left. So, get that left band on your left ankle in the front. And then bring the band in both hands in your left hand to your left shoulder. So it's like over your shoulder. And then hinge forward, kick that left leg up and back. And for the brave souls, let go. And then right palm down, left foot down, undo, breathe. And now for pigeon, face front, and then squat down and place your right ankle on your left knee and stay right here. Or hold the band and then hinge forward and then place both palms to the mat and it's left palm to the floor and right arm, choke on it, to the ceiling. And you're like, what? And then right foot down and slowly come up. And to the left. So squat down, it's right ankle on left knee, hinge forward, place both palms to the mat, and stay right here. or it's right palm to the mat or floor, and left arm, left arm to the ceiling. And then left palm down, right foot down, come up and breathe. And then place the band to the floor or whatever you're holding. Palms forward. Inhale. And exhale. And grab onto whatever you had. We all know how much I love this pose. Not. I'm going to come into a chair. So we're going to bend our knees like we're sitting in an invisible chair. If this is too much on your knees, come to standing. Hold the band in each hand, still shoulder width apart. And then inhale it, your arms straight in front of you. And then lift them up a little more. And if you can, lift them up near your ears, pushing your hips back so you're actually on your heels. And then come up, keep your arms up there. And then come over to the right and center. And come over to the left and center. And then come back to sitting in your nice little chair. I know, I hear you. I hear you all saying, yeah, right. And then gently come up and over to the right. And come up over to the left. And come up. Sit in your nice cushy little chair. Imaginary. Back straight. You shouldn't be leaning forward in chair. And then come up and over to the right and center and over to the left and center. And float your arms down and breathe. Take a drink. Can't find the hole. Now extend your arms up near your ears. Push your arms. Put a little tension on the band. Push your hips forward, your thighs forward, and come into a back bend. And then come up. And then back bend a little more. And then come up. And back bend one more time and hold it. And then slowly come up. Float your arms down. Breathe. And place the band to the floor and walk your hands down just till you feel the stretch to your knees. And then walk them down to your shins. And all right, everybody, can you hear me? Forehead to knee. Thank you. Place your palms to the mat. Step the right foot back and the left and come into plank. So in plank, your body should be nice and straight, not swooping down. If it's too much on your shoulders, go on your forearms. And we're going to place our right toes on our left ankle. And then place those toes down and left toes on right ankle. And then come down. And then come to your knees, come to table. And take a breath. And then come back to plank. And then come forward and back. And then forward and back. And one more forward and hold it. And one more back and hold it. Come to your knees. You're in table. And breathe. Now extend your legs on the mat. Slowly lower your body down. And rest on one side of your face. I have to rest on my hands or else I'll squish the mic. It already flew off as it is. And then rest on the other side of your face. And then untuck your toes. And then bring your hands to the mat, palms to the mat, so you're on your forearms. And we're going to bend the right knee and the left. And we're going to lower both. And then bend both knees and lower. And then one more time, bend both knees up. So your knees are on the mat. And we're going to hold on to the right foot with our right hand and the left with our left. Forehead to the mat. And I always tell you, to get up to bow, you got to push your hands into your feet and your feet into your hands. You'll love me for it after. So we're going to lift our forehead, our chest, and our knees to bow. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Down. And inhale one more time. Hold it. And lower down. Lower your legs. And rest on one side of your face. And then we're going to push up. And we're going to come to our backs. Almost rest time, people. Grab onto your little thing that you were holding. And just rest it on your upper thighs. And then bend your knees to your chest and wrap the band around your knees. Hold on to it with your right hand, your left hand. I'm sorry, Susan, left hand. Right arm extended out to a T. And bring both knees over to the right and turn your head to the left. And then come to center and then switch hands. So hold the band, both ends of the band in the right hand. Extend the left arm out to a T. Inhale and exhale, both knees over to the left and turn your head to the right. And then come up and then release the band, arm to your side. Knees are still bent up, and just breathe. Now place the band, on the bottom of both feet, on the soles of your both feet, and extend your legs to the ceiling. And choke up on the band as much as you can. And we're going to bring both legs over to the right, lift in that left hip. And then come to center, and both legs over to the left, and then come to center, and then over to the right, and center, and over to the left, and center, and then unchoke and bring your soles to the mat, and breathe. Now choke up again and bring both legs up to the ceiling, but don't choke up so much. We're going to extend our legs out to the side so your elbows are on the mat. You're holding on to the band with each hand, and your legs are extended out to a V. And point your toes. The band is still on the bottom of your feet. And then flex, and then point, and flex, and then bring them up to center. Now hold the band in both hands. So you're holding on to the band with both hands. We're not going to do bicycle, we're doing a little bit of core. You're welcome. And then choke up on the band and lift your head and your upper back. Tuck your chin to your chest. And then lower down. And then choke up a little more. And then lower. And then choke up as much as you can. And try to bring your knees to your forehead. And then loosen up and lower your soles to the mat. And take a nice breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Just breathe normally. And now we're going to do a series of bridge. So move the band to the side. Bring your heels in as close to your hips as you can. So see if you can feel the back of your heels with your fingertips. If you can't, don't worry about it. As I say, this is your yoga. There's no competition. Who can bring their hands in, who can't, doesn't matter. Now push your knees forward and lift your hips up a little bit off the mat, just a little. And then lower. And then lift them up a little higher. And then lower. And then lift them up as high as you can in your bridge. And then bend your arm, your left arm, and tuck it under your bottom and your right. And then lift the right leg to the ceiling and slowly lower it halfway down. And then lift it up and then lower it down and then lift it up and lower it and hold it. And then lift it up and gently float that foot down. And to the left. Left leg up, straight up to the ceiling, and lower it halfway down. And then lift it up and lower and lift it up. Lower and hold. And lift it up and place that left sole to the mat, palms to the mat, and slowly lower down. Bring your knees to your chest and gently rock back and forth. Tom, I bought a talking watch. It is 11:54 a.m. But when you come back, you'll be the time. I won't use this. And just rock back and forth, releasing that tension in your back. And then extend your legs so you're laying flat on the mat. Your arms are by your side. You're going to bend your knees so your soles are on the mat. And you're going to gently come up so your soles are on the mat. Your back is off the mat. Your back is as straight as you can make it. And just take a moment to breathe. Now, holding on to your knees. This is not for everybody. So you can just sit there and listen to me because I can't see what you're doing. But you're going to tuck your chin to your chest. And you're going to roll back. And you're going to come up. And when you come up, try not to have your feet touch the floor. But always tuck your chin to your chest. I know your mic is right there. And roll back. And roll up. And one more time, roll back. And roll up. And try to stay like this with your feet off the floor. And just balance on your sits bone. And then place your soles to the mat. And then tuck your hands in the back of you, in the back of your knees. Lean back and lift both legs up to the ceiling so they're actually at an angle. And let go. Palms up. to boat. And then lower your legs and lift and lower and lift. Feel that burn and lower and lift. Grab onto your knees, soles to the mat. Hug your knees and forehead to your knees. And we're going to place our forearms to the mat. Our knees are still bent. And bring our knees to the chest, to our chest. And bring both legs up. And then both legs over to the right. And then come to center. And both legs over to the left. And then come to center. And then slowly float your soles to the mat. Come to your back. Just a couple more, people, I promise. And extend your legs straight up. And if you can, roll up a little bit so you can tuck your hands in the back of your waist. This is shoulder bridge. So point your toes and flex, and then point, flex, point, and flex. And then bend your knees. Place your palms to the mat and slowly lower down if you were up. And soles to the mat. Place your palms to the front of your thighs. And walk your hands up towards your knees just a little bit. And then lower them back down. And lift them up a little more. And lower. And lift them up one more time and hold it. And rock up so your soles are on the mat. And you're holding on to the front of your knees. Let's try and face front. So bring your soles together, holding on to the top of your feet with your hands. This is called butterfly. And we're going to bring our knees up and lower them down. And bring our knees up and lower them. And then knees up and hold it. And lower. And one more forward thing. Palms to the mat. Bring your heels close to your body as you're comfortable. Your palms are in front of you. And you're going to walk your hands down. And you're going to walk your hands over to the right knee. Getting your forehead to the right knee. And then slowly come to center. And then walk them over to the left knee. And then come to center. And then slowly walk it up. Bring your knees together. The soles are on the mat. And gently rock back and forth. And now it's time for Shavasana, our favorite time. So you can lie on the mat, you can sit in the chair, I'm going to sit on the ball because I missed the ball. But whatever you do, you're going to relax. So we're going to start by softening everything. We're going to soften the bottom of our feet and the top of our feet. Soften our ankles, our calves, our shins. Soften your inner thighs and your outer thighs. Soften your hips and your torso. Relax and release all that tension in your shoulders, bringing them up to your ears and lowering them back down. And one more time, bring them up to your ears and lower. Soften the muscles in your arms, your upper arms, and your forearms. Release the tension in your fingers, wiggle your fingers. Release the tension in your neck. If you want to place both hands on the side of your neck and just massage your neck and turn it to the right, your head, and then turn your head to the left, and then chin to chest, and then gently your head back, and then come to center. Place your palms down and soften the muscles in your face and just melt into whatever you are in. And then bring your palms together. And as I end every class, I say namaste. The light in me, shine in you. And I want to thank you all. Please be safe, be healthy this week, and listen to what the governor has to say. She's going to start opening things. Wear your mask. Make sure you listen, because that's how we're going to get through it. And once people go crazy, she's going to shut us down again, and we do not want that. We're inching towards getting back to a little bit of normal, and I don't want people to blow it. So just listen to her. She's a wise person. She's been listening to the doctors. Just stay healthy and safe and follow the guidelines of the state. And like I said, we'll get through it. So next week, we're going to do circles and animals. So half circles, no. Half shapes and half animals. Thank you, peeps. See you next week. Oh, we're going to do our roll call. David, Joanne, Dorothy. Thank you. Pauline, Pat, Angie and Tiffany, awesome. Maureen, Kathleen, Catherine, Tom and Bill, great. Helen and Tracy, I'm going to separate them. Don't worry when they come back. Susan and Karen, Michael and Ray, thank you, and namaste again.